Hello folks, welcome back to another episode. Today I have prepared important tip to consider before buying farmland. Why I have come with this topic today? I have come with this topic today because most of young investors rush to buy farmland as means of asset with good intention of course, and others they buy the farmland to farm as soon as possible. But most common mistake happening with these investors, both young and general investors, entrepreneur, they end up give up their investment before even finishing the project, which means they waste their resource, money, time without achieving their goals. To avoid entering blindly in these farmland deals, if you are investors, both young investors, entrepreneur, or general investors, you should differentiate between the farmland and the virgin land. The farmland, which means the farm which is ready to be plowing and plant or sow the crop. The virgin land are those lands which are new, not planted any crop before, and this most of common virgin land that you can find in Tanzania, in eastern part of Africa. I believe even other part of Africa, they are forest land and bushland with full of shrubs, so that on those land you cannot cultivate or plow and start planting immediately. And this is most common mistake these young investors and investors in general they do before they buy the farmland, the name like the farmland, but in reality those is not the farmland. They are virgin land which is full of bush or forest. So that to avoid doing this mistake, here some important tips I have prepared for you. Before buying the farmland, you should know that there are some extra costs that not seems like it is serious, but when most of farmer or investor they want to buy land, they ignore this cost. They can have professional people that can design their proposal and their budget, their planning, but those professional accountants and so whatever, they forget to put this cost, such as surveying and mapping the area. If it is virgin land and you want to cultivate, you should have survey and map this land, because if you buy like 20 acres, you cannot map with this land or put the demarcation manually. You need to have this kind of technology where you can have some company to do this coordinate so that they can mark the farm size, they can allocate partition of those plots, they can also put the allocation of infrastructure such as pathway, roads, irrigation system, or they can allocate also drilling wells if you are going to do that. And if the farm is big enough, they can allocate where you can put your farmhouse, because you need to have this one to include this one in your plan. All of this must be planned before, because the cost of this it's very expensive, but no one even understand this. On most of farmers they tend to ignore this and they end up give up their farm. So if you don't want to enter on this situation, you should put this into consideration before wasting a single penny or cent. So the cost of clearing the virgin farm is bigger than the way we could thought. If you skip this stage, no matter how good you can analyze your plan or your budget, I can tell you that there is something you will miss and you will regret despite of your professional or whatever, because you ignore to face the reality. The cost of clearing the farmland differ due to location. For instance, when you are in Tanzania, when you are in the big city or the potential area that you can have this renting machinery company. The cost can be a little bit cheaper comparing to someone who is living far away with this potential area of agriculture. For instance, if you are living near Dar es Salaam, Morogoro, Dodoma, you can have, it is easy to rent this equipment cheaper compared to someone who is living far away. And the cost of clearing or establishing 1 acre when you want to do surveying, you can hire a company that it will cost you 5,000 Tanzania shilling, just 1 acre, and it depends also the location. And also the clearing machine or the big machine, you need to hire a company that it will cost you 200,000 Tanzania shilling by a day, and this one depends the complexity of your farm. And the fun of this one, you can also need some escort. You need some escort apart from the renting machine. This escort, there is some car that can be front and back, that escorting machine to your location. And also like a drilling company, you can spend 60 million Tanzania shilling. And also this depends the location, like the water table. If the water table it's far, you will spend more. And also if you have some bushes, you can use such this local technique. You can burn and you can take advantage, because most of African soil, they are acidic. When you burn like this, you have one advantage, because it's like doing rhyming. So, and this one, it will help you to reduce some cost of rhyming. But there is also disadvantage of using this method of burning, because when you use this method of burning, you will kill all advantageous microorganisms such as the earthworm. So your soil is free of disease and some pests, but these beneficial insects, they are dying. So to avoid those ones, you need also to think of incorporating such as manure to help you to boost your soil organic matter of your soil, so that it can help you to retain or hold some nutrients and the water. Some farmers, they use this technique because clearing is expensive. Before clearing food, they can plant some not like same perennial like this banana. You can plant, you can see some pieces of shrubs remains, or those tree trunks remain there, but because you will keep running some production, the time you're managing this like bananas plantation, it will help you to keep digging and taking these tree trunks out and making your farm ready to be productive for producing the other crops like tomato in near future. I hope you find this video is useful in one way or another. Thank you for watching. See you in another episode. Bye.